Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. So today I'm going to install, or should I say reinstall, my under-seat storage. Now this is the OEM Honda storage, and it goes right here. Now I have seen where people have taken, 5-gallon buckets, cut them down, stuck them in there. People have put second batteries in here, like a full-size car battery. I've also seen where people have come up here and cut this panel and put like a marine type door where they can fit an ammo can in there. If you think about it, there's a lot of room. But that's not what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reinstall the under-seat storage I've had in there since almost the day I bought it. And the reason I took it out, if you're not familiar, is I put the tune in. So here's my my computer here. It's actually the second one. My OEM one is in my bag. I didn't want to put the under-seat storage back in until I was comfortable with the tune on this computer in case anything ever happened. It's really easy to get to without the storage in there. With the storage, you'll see what I mean. I have to remove it to get to it. So this is a pretty easy install, but you have to take a lot more apart than you realize. So if you'll notice, your storage container, and mine is filthy, comes with two parts. This piece goes under the seats, and then this piece will slide in on top. And then if you'll notice, there's some holes there for the little plastic pop rivets. In order to get this piece on, we need to take this panel off. It's not hard, but you don't actually have to take this whole thing off. You can usually just take these two out, this one, this hex head, and then these little plastic pop rivets. So this right here is a 10mm, and then on all of these is an H5, M5, T5. So I guess it's a 5mm hex head. So if you look down here, right here, and I got a lot of dirt in there, there's actually a screw hole. And I like that because if you come over here to your container, there is this flap here, and the screw goes right there. And as you can see, there's a hole. But you pull the flap up, and it's a drain plug over here. So at least Honda was thinking when they made this, they tried to make it as watertight as possible, but they did make a drain plug. Bolt that does go in when you buy the kit does have a shoulder on it. So as you can see, this threads into the bottom, and it just helps it make it a little bit more watertight. No, it's not 100% watertight. I've probably had a little bit of water in mine, but anyways. And for those of you wondering, what do I carry in this? Well, I don't always take my big tool bag with me. So what I carry in there is I have my wired winch controller, a set of gloves, a couple rags, a strap, my air compressor. That is a winch recovery kit. I bought this a few years ago, probably 7 or 8, when this Gorilla company went out of business. And it's got another set of gloves, didn't even know that. A snatch block, some tree savers, some little shackles. Then I keep a socket set. It's a couple small tools. And then usually I have a recovery strap I throw in there also. So all that stuff fits in this under-seat storage. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out this 10mm bolt. Now remember, you're gonna reuse all this hardware, so be careful. And make sure you don't mix these up because the one that comes with the kit has a bigger shoulder. And 2 more up here. And those are all the bolts you gotta remove. Then I'm gonna take my little pliers, those plastic rivets, just pop these all out. Now I only bring this parts off. You can actually finish unbolting this and bring this whole plastic piece off. But I'm just gonna bring it back far enough. Slide it in. Let me show you. So that's all it does. Now before you put the bolt in the bottom, we want to put this top piece on. So put the top piece on. Gonna go through. slides in like that. And then we'll install these in reverse order. Then finally, you're going to take your push pins here. If you look, there's holes all the way around. You get it lined up. Just push them on in. Now, do not pay the dealership to do this install for you. I know this comes standard on the LE, but you can add it to, I think, every other model. And it is definitely not worth paying them their hour labor rate for a 15-minute job. And I have a few more that go in the top. Center it here. And one here. And one here. And the last thing to do is you're going to take your bolt. You're going to feed it through here. So you get a nice seal. And you're just going to line the hole up. Start it by hand. And snug her down. So the next thing you do is load up all the stuff that you want in your storage container. I like to make sure it's packed nice and tight so it doesn't rattle around. Put your comfort kit heat cover back on it. And it's as simple as that as reinstalling your seat. Like I said, don't let the dealership charge you to do that. It's not worth it. You know, one positive note with this under seat storage is I get asked numerous times if I ever have issues with the heat issue with this Pioneer, you know, with your rear end cooking because of where the engine is. And honestly, my answer is no. And maybe I'm just used to it. I'm in Arizona. I don't mind the heat. Or maybe that storage container blocks some of it coming underneath the driver. Well, there you have it. Installing the under seat storage is really easy. It takes a little bit of disassembly to reassemble, but it shouldn't take you more than 10 to 15 minutes total. The hardest part is just removing those plastic clips. Stay tuned to the channel because we have a lot of interesting stuff coming up. I have a new side-by-side stop by for a few episodes. We have some more installs on this. I got a set of mud busters right here that'll be going on here in the next couple of weeks. Now that's my own fault. I never thought I would install them, but with my oversized tires right now, in the last ride I did, I had mud all the way up on the roof, and it's not even that muddy here in Arizona. And the funny thing is, these are made right here in Phoenix, one of the driest states out there. And then we have some other interesting things coming up too. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and until next time.